In this video, we're going to go over Bitcoin. It's going to be a Bitcoin update. So, of course, we do our normal live streams every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with some bonus streams. So make sure the notification bell is on. So right now, Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame, we go over the macro and also the micro every single day. But this one, we're just going to do the lower time frames. If you want the higher time frames, make sure to tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. So what do we see here? The other day, price was here. I'm thinking for sure we're going to come up. Again, nothing's a guaranteed, but that's why we always have plan A, plan B. I'm thinking we're going to come up here to our blue trend line. These blue trend lines, this one here and this one here, are from the second cycle from the high to the next all-time high, and also candle body closes, and then also the wicks. So that's how I got these trend lines. I'm thinking when we're here, price is going to come up to at least here. We can just call it 98. And if it doesn't come here and it goes further, what I'm looking for is at least the minimum is to the 382 level, right around 99,176. Did that happen? Sure didn't. This is very, very weak. And we've been mentioning this quite a bit. You know, Bitcoin just doesn't look strong. It's not breaking the highs. That's the strength indicator. Breaking the highs, not breaking the lows. Here we were here. Price comes up to barely anything, starts going sideways, breaks this low to come and attack this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this all this stuff off so we can just kind of see what we're dealing with right now. So this makes it a little bit better. And if you haven't already, definitely smash the like. So what we're looking at now, let's go ahead and go to a 4 hour time frame just so we can kind of see the bigger picture. What I would like to see is, once again, for us to come up to at least here, if not a little bit more. And let's go ahead and use the magnet tool and also our fib retracement tool. Go from the very top to the lowest point. And now our 382 is right along the lines of our trend line. What I want to see is I want to see the price come up to about here. Again, our trend line, maybe the 382. Possibly come down to the 236, right around 96,452, then come up. And this right here would start showing signs of bullishness, because one thing that we're doing is, one, we're creating higher highs, and then two, higher lows. So this would be potentially the start of a trend change. We had that same thing happen here, but then we got rejected. This was our bounce zone when the price was up top. Now, since the price is below it, this is our resistance zone. So this zone is extremely important. You know, hopefully we can break above this. Now, what do I see? Price came down, up, sideways, lower, up. So this is what I'm anticipating for us to happen. If we continue rolling over, when we do get a bounce, and we could come all the way down here, we've kind of talked about this. Well, let's just go into the macro. On the larger time frame, this is a nice fair value gap. And whether you look at it on the daily or the weekly, the area is still the same due to this impulsive move, or just, you know, it just went up. There's no ups and downs. The middle of this range is right around 88.5. So if we pull back, we're looking for a bounce on the top of this range, or this fair value gap rather, right around 91.8-ish area, bounce here. But more than likely we may come to the middle of it, which would be this number, 88.5, before potentially coming up, maybe getting rejected here, coming down, bouncing back, and now coming up. So what does this mean? This means, well, more than likely the alts in general are not gonna perform well until we start breaking this. Now, one thing that I do like to see, and I like doing this, where we do our little zones. So we're gonna go from the top of this one to the top of this one, and this creates our another little zone that we need to break above. And this would be the first indicator for me to start potentially getting bullish. Once we break, and let me go ahead and just show you the level, right around 97, and then the bottom of it is, you can just call it this, 96.5. So if we do this, where we come up into this zone, break above it, retest it, This is what I'm looking for. Until we break this, I'm extremely bearish. Now, we did enter a trade last night. The trade was TAO. And this was our thought process when the price was here. It was looking really good to where potentially we may come up and break this VWAP. We don't know if it will or not, but I was pretty confident that we might. And for the reason being that if we kind of zoom out 15-minute time frame, we can see price came down, came up, came down, came up, came down. So this is what I like seeing this. When the price action goes up, comes down about 38%, maybe 50% before continuing trying to break, the highs. This is what I like to see. And this is exactly what was happening here. That's the reason we took it. There was another trade that we were looking at. This one, I didn't like it because we were way down here and we're coming up. And this to me is saying, okay, we may come up a little bit more before coming down. This is near 1 hour before coming down and maybe coming up. But this one, the clarity isn't there. This one, the clarity was here. Because again, up, down, up, down. We're not breaking the lows. That's the important part. We're not breaking the lows. So when the price was here, we were on the 3-minute time frame. We were looking at potentially, it coming up and doing what it did. Now, and this always plan A, plan B, if the price were to retrace and come down, I don't want it to break this level. Maybe do a double bottom, but if it does that, more than likely it's going to go ahead and just lose the momentum, create another lower high, and then break the low. And this is what I'm showing here. I don't want to see this. If this happens, we get stopped out. 10x leverage is 10%. We lose. However, price did start coming up on the live stream. I believe the price was here by the time we ended the live stream, or somewhere around here. We ended up coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down. Once it broke this level, it was a pretty good chance that we might have. Let me go ahead and take this off 1 second. Now it's a little bit cleaner. There is a pretty good chance because we don't want this level to break. If this level breaks, there's a really good chance that we're going to come for this. And then maybe bounce. Because again, from here to here, we don't want it going below the 618. And it did break the level, but it came right back up. Then it broke this same level again, but barely broke this level. So what that's showing me is their strength. And for some pattern traders, they may see this as a bull pennant. I think it's extremely gross, but some traders may have seen that, which is fine. But what I'm seeing is I'm seeing these levels. Once we came up, we broke this level, great. This level, even better. This level, let's go. Moon mission, super close to our target. And then of course we needed to break this level. And you can see all the times where it came up, got rejected here, came back down, found this as support, came up, got rejected here, came down, found this as support, came up, came down, found this as support, first target hit, and here we go. And this is how we trade. We show you how to trade every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And again, we do bonus streams. So if you haven't already, definitely smash the like, definitely follow, because I show you how to trade without charging you. Now, if you want access to my VIP group, where you get all the updates, you get the updates on the market, you have access to very talented admins, super talented, then you join the VIP. But if you don't have money for that, not a problem. I show you how to trade here. I show you how to make money, so that guess what? I am so highly interested in making you money because, well, then you join the group for the access to all the updates. Now, again, I'm not going to be buying Lambos with your membership fees, promising you how to show you how to trade. I am going to show you how to trade first because I am that confident in the trades that I do. Do I lose? Sure. Do I win? You better believe it. All right, that's all I got. I do thank you. So before I let you go, what's happening now? What's happening now? We came up, came down. Okay, that's fine. Came up, came down. A little bit lower. I want to see it bounce here. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm looking at. 1 second. So we're back. So we pulled it from here to the very top. So this is this extension, like I want to see it bounce here. I kind of misjudged it. I want to see it bounce here. This would be a nice retrace. However, it went lower. It passed the 618. This is danger zone for me because what could potentially happen, we come down here, we get rejected here, and then we break this low. However, we didn't. We came up all the way to the 382. Now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for it to show momentum, for it to show strength. I want to see it pull back to minimum here, average here. This is what I want to see. Is that happening? No. Matter of fact, it's not showing any strength at all anymore. This is the last point where it needs to bounce. If it doesn't bounce, there's a really good chance we're going to come down for this. Then look at all this move that we talked about earlier. Come back for this. And so what I did was I actually moved up my stop loss. My stop loss was way down here. I moved up my stop loss really tight, right where the price action was at. Now, if I would have been seeing this earlier and I would have seen this right here, I would have moved my stop loss underneath here to where I would have been in some slight profit on the stop loss. However, the stop just got hit. Let's see here, just confirming. I believe the stop got hit. But with that being said, you know, always manage your risk, manage your trades, and look for all these things that I'm showing you. Like this is literally how you can prevent huge losses after you've, well, not a huge loss, but losses after a win. You know, this, if I would have been seeing this is, and this is why I like looking at my charts and when I'm doing the trades. Because if I start seeing, you know, this happening and then this didn't happen, and then it breaks this level, okay, I move my stop loss really tight. Maybe underneath here, just for one last hope of a bounce. And since that didn't happen, I would have been stopped out. And instead of, you know, losing all this because I was doing a video. But it's okay though. The stop loss was very little compared to, well, the actual stop loss is way down here. But if I would have seen it, you know, instead of losing this extra, it would have been, I'd say about here. Because this is what I do. This is what I trade. This is how I trade. And I'm showing you every single day. All right, guys, that's all I got. If you made it this far, put bingo bango in the chat. If you made it this far, put bingo bango in the chat. You remember, join me every single day, Monday through Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go over this every single day. We show you how to trade, show you how to manage your trade, show you how to manage your risk. Not only that, but we show you the Bitcoin and what could potentially happen. Right now, again, not bullish at all, 100% bearish. Once we break this level, this zone, then we can start potentially getting bullish. And then once we see a retest, the initial breakout, the retest, and then the break of the newly created pivot, then we can start getting more bullish. All these are steps. You need these steps in order to become bullish. You can't just, oh, it came down here, it grabbed the liquidity, and let's get, bullish. You can still trade, but not be bullish. You can still go long and not be bullish. All right, that's all I got. I do thank you guys very much. We'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, as always, do not feel like you have to be in a trade all the time. Do not judge your performance based off of others. There's a lot of people out there that post, 80% wins, 200% wins, but you don't know if they tried 4 times to enter that trade. Or maybe, they're entering along and they entered along way up here and then it's dumping and then they added to their entry and then they added to their entry and it's coming up and it comes down and they added to their entry and it came down and then they added to their entry and then it came down and they added to their entry and then finally it starts coming up. They're in profit here and then they show you the results. They made money. Be very careful because we never know how they're trading. I show you exactly my thought process. I show you we win, we lose. Be very careful with judging other traders based, on your own performance. You never know what they're doing. All right, that's all I got. I try to be as transparent as possible because, again, I have nothing to sell you. I let you know that I lose. I'm not the best trader I wish I was, but I let you know that I do lose. And when we lose, we go over why we lost. That's the important part, because we're learning every single day. That's all I got. I do thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, as always, let's make this money. Take care, guys.